Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And away we go at the link. Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. He breaks the tackle, and he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards. Second down and 3.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do. Just saw it.
Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. They go to Barkley again. Broke through the tackle. He's out in the clear. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's fine. Oh, he loses the football. Oh, and they got it back. This play is still live. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
2nd and 3 now. Here's another carry for Barkley. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tracked down by Roberts-Delane. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
So some time to maybe reconsider what to do on fourth down. That's the end of the first quarter. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at fourth down, but inside field goal range, so they could get 3 here. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now first run of the game, Zamir White. That's good room at the 35. And he's all the way up to the 41. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a Vegas first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Raiders first. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Raiders looking for a score before halftime. New set of downs for him from the 46. Now Ritter. Completed to his running back. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Darius Slay with the stop.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. All set up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. This one's caught. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. The handoff on 3rd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Throwing now, needing a first. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. White. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Trying again with White. And he's brought down for a loss. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Ritter to throw. Throw reeled in by Mayer. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Cooper DeJean with the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Back now, pressure on its way. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Throwing here, Ritter. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2 and 3rd downs vertical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
He's on the move. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the huge conversion gets them a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Ritter. Stays in the pocket.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Running on 2nd with White. This is ahead for about 5. Zach Bond with the tackle. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the first down.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. They'll run for it with White. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4th. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Here's White again. And he stopped, so that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd. So after all that, we're taking a scoreless game into the 4th here. Somehow, this game is still scoreless as we get set for our final quarter. They're now set for 1st and 10. Again, this is White. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
The throw is caught, and he drives this forward to the 6.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back to throw it. And that's caught. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a 4th quarter lead. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Carlson good on the extra point. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the link. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Running left, this is Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a 6-0 lead right away. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott It's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. First give of the game here to Raheem Mostert. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Mostert. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Running for the first time with a Tennessee rookie. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Working quickly here. First down, and they go right back to him. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They run again with Wright. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. Ball on the 45, first and 10. They send Hill right. Running on first with Mostert. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down, here's Tua. He's got Smith. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Cooper DeJean with the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And in for the Miami touchdown. So the Dolphins lining up to go for 2. Tight end going in motion here. Tagovailoa will look to throw. And this is caught. And that bid for the lead works out. They're now up 8-7. Sanders all set to send it away. He's going to field this at the 2. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31. Handoff headed right, Barkley. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
On third down, it's Hurts. Taken in by Smith. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. We've got a close one here. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles take a second quarter lead. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles push their lead to 6. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run for Mostert. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Blitz coming to him. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they face 2nd down. Here's a give inside to Mostert. He still has room inside the 30. And they take this in for the score. The Dolphins tie and can take the lead here in the 2nd. Raheem Mostert the touchdown. He's throwing for it. And he runs it in. That's going to break the tie and put them up by 2. Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it? See if you can be successful again. They do, and they are.
And I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure. And if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
A lot of grass ahead. Has room down the left sideline. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. First and 10 now from the 30. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Completed left side to Smith. That play gains 15 and it moves the sticks.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Staying between the tackles with Mostert. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Clock running, Dolphins will hurry to the line. It's Mostert on second down. Into the secondary past the 40. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He stopped at the 17. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line. Mostert gets it again here on second. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line. Going on third. Tagovailoa. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone.
Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And the Eagles take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Well, they had one last gasp to try to make something happen here in the red zone, Brock. Just wasn't there. This defense too locked in, coming up with the interception.
Yeah, it's the work they do on those first 3 downs to get to this 4th down, like a pitcher does, to get to an 0-2 count. They know it's their advantage. And once that offense decides to go for it on 4th down, a good chance they're going to get that stop. And oh, by the way, a few style points now to the stat sheet with the INT.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. On first down, Hurts. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And that'll bring up second down. Hurts throwing again. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Forced out to his right. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Trying to locate it. Oh, no, he lost it. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Opening carry for Devon Achane. He's got to gain a 6 there. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. Offense in the hurry up here. Tua now from the gun. He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Give on 3rd to Mostert. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense up to the line fast. They'll keep it with Mostert on 1st down. Duke's at a 1-stop. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
Can't we score? You can do better.
The Dolphins lining up to go for 2 once more. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. And he is in for the score. We may not see them kick ever again, partner. They're now 3 for 3 on 2-point tries today. Sanders all set to send it away. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They give to Barkley, left side. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Hurts looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? And it's going to be second down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Barkley gets it on third down. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, a run with Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's second and 11. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got third down.
Man, these guys are sideline mavens. They always seem to know exactly where that boundary is without looking. But he's not quite at that level yet. Lost track of where he was, and he brought it in out of bounds.
Able to find Dotson here. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. Running right, it's Barkley. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up second and 2. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
They go to Barkley again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time. The prospect of overtime now, Kate's right on the horizon thanks to that field goal. His mindset, though, well, it's the same as all his teammates out there who are about to take the field. Let's go get this ball back. Let's find a way to win this thing in regulation.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Not first down. Here's Tagovailoa. This finds Smith. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Working quickly here. A give to Mostert out of the gun. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Dolphins pushing to get within range for a game winner. Second down now, 7 to go. They'll go again with Mostert. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line. First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line. Going right back to Mostert. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line. Now to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, I know some old school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a first down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. I know how valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
Oh, my goodness, it's intercepted! Darius Slay has it. The fourth down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
Setting up to pass. Flush down out to his left. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Barkley's got it. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Brushes him off with ease. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Handoff headed right, Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So they call a timeout. That is their final one, and with time left for maybe 2 plays, let's see what they do. Do they chance it, or do they just kick it now? This game now resting on the leg of Jake Elliott. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. And with 10 seconds left in this game, they're going to burn their final timeout. Now it all comes down to the veteran, confidently marching out for this moment. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. That one is good! And that, folks, is your game winner!
I know that was a kick he could make in his sleep, but with the game on the line, he delivered.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here he is to throw. And this ball's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
One final shot here. Rolling left, buying some time. It's intercepted. That will do it. Darius Slay has it. And the Eagles make one final massive play, and that finishes the win. So it's an Eagles win here.